Buongiorno, welcome to the channel. Got Charlie Arthur here, and today I thought I'd take you on a little spin for what I do for work. So I'm a removal man, but I haven't actually got any moves to do today. So it's going to be cleaning the vans, basically getting everything all sorted for next week, and I thought I would take you with me for that trip. So stick around, stay tuned, and yeah, hit back up in a sec when I actually get there. I'm just driving there now. I work about an hour away from my house, so I say my house, it's not actually my house. I'll explain more about that in a future video. But yeah, you're with me today, so let's go. Right, I've done one van, cleaned it. I'm in the baby of the bunch. It's a Citroen, Citroen Ducato chassis, so I was concentrating to come out. Citroen Ducato chassis, standard Luton box. But yeah, it's all clean. Like I said, I didn't film it because I didn't think it'd be that interesting. But I'm going to get the next one, which is a low loader. So I will show you what that one's about when I get back to the yard. Right, so that's one done. So the one I've just done, which I've just noticed, I've missed a big bit on the roof there. But yeah, this is the baby of the group. Then you've got this one here. So this used to be a bread van. It actually came over from Portugal. You can see. So that's the biggest one that we've got. So it's still kind of a Luton, but it's more like it's like a mini lorry sort of thing. So we've got that, and then we've got what I kind of class as my baby. It's the one that I always drive, which is this one here. So this is the low loader. So rather than having a tailgate like that, this one has the double doors. So it just makes it, you've got all the height, but you've also got a nice low loading area. Now obviously that is still kind of high when you're lifting stuff, but we just put little steps down there. So this one doesn't really need a massive clean. It's more just like the mud spots down here. So I'm probably going to do, I'm probably just going to take it around the town a little bit, do a bit of driving, just to advertise the company a bit. So obviously it's a sign-written van, so we want to make sure as many people are aware of the company as possible. But yeah, this is the yard. So we've got a container here. That's where we just store stuff for clearance and all things like that. Then yeah, the Citroen, call that one Ivan because it's an Iveco. Then we've got this one, which is, don't know if you can see up there, it says Lily. So Lily the low loader, Ivan the Iveco, and then just the Citroen, which is just French. Also got this one. So this is what my boss actually started out on, so doing all sort of moves, big moves, everything in this little sort of transit sized van. You know, short wheelbase, low rooftop. But this is the Renault Traffic. Comes in lots of different variations. And we've got a nice big like vehicle transporter trailer. That's not actually ours, that's someone who shares the yard, but he's good friends with my boss. So yeah, I'm going to take this one. As I say, I don't really think it warrants spending the money on an actual jet wash clean and everything, so most likely just use some soapy water for that. I am going to have to fix the Luton box bit on there because obviously I didn't see it when I was cleaning it, so I'm a bit rubbish. But yeah, this is my favourite van, even though it's quite broken at the moment. It needs a new turbo, everything like that, but still works, still carries stuff. All this tree stuff. So yeah, let's crack on. And another reason why I like driving this is because you can reverse a lot easier because you've got a camera up here. So this basically shows me what's behind the vehicle, and then also shows me down the side of the vehicle, and what that is the passenger side. So I can see when I'm doing the swing if I'm likely to hit anything with the front end, which thankfully I haven't yet. So yeah, So we're going to go off for a little drive. Now I'm not going to bother with one of those montage things that you see on all the videos and everything. But yeah, let's go. Right, so I've just taken Lily around the what's called the Point around here, because I'm down in Cornwall, in Falmouth at the moment, well Penryn at the moment, but yeah, so sometimes just take it around the sort of viewpoint, because obviously you've got all the branding like I said before. So what I have to do now is clear the back of these things out, because attached to yesterday's job I did a bit of clearance. So as you can see, the back of the van is not looking good. We've got a couple of the van bed bases, and then need to basically get all these, like all the ties, the straps, everything neatened up. There's not many in here at the moment because they're all in that one. So yeah, basically just gonna get everything sorted out, get these bed things out to our storage container, which at the moment is quite a mess. So you can see it goes down there. I think it's about 30 foot or something like that. Not really sure. So this is actually an old removals lorry, basically, well, trailer, and yeah, now we've got it on our yard. So obviously it doesn't tow anywhere, doesn't go anywhere. We just use it for storage. In case you're thinking of using this company, this isn't anyone's stuff which is waiting in transit or anything like that. It is just to, it's basically when we do a clearance, we'll just take away their, you know, rubbish or stuff they don't want, and then what will likely happen is it will be sold once it's cleaned up a bit like that. So today I'll do things like get this sofa out, take some photos of it, get it put online, and then this is the staff room. As you can see, pretty technical stuff, got a lot going on here. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to get these tidied up. I need to move the Citroen forward because I backed it up too close, so I can't actually get the door open. So all we're going to do, edge forward a bit, and then if we've got some, can't even remember now, but either way we're just going to go a bit forward so we've got some space to clear out the back of this van. That should be enough. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to get the back open. I made quite an error as well. So I said about the bulkhead, which I hadn't cleaned properly, and I also realised that I actually forgot to do this bit of the tailgate because it was down. It was down when I did it. So I'm just going to open this up. This is the slowest tailgate on the planet. Very slow. Sometimes one side gets stuck, which I think you can see on that side. So it should just drop down. But yeah, I don't know, I can't remember what the back of this one looks like, but if I remember correctly. Oh no, it's not too bad. So we've got a bit of a mess going on. I don't know where all the straps are. They must be on Ivan, but... So yeah, these are our moving rugs. Use those just to cover things up, make sure they don't get too like scratched or anything like that. Annoyingly, there is a leak coming. Oh no, it's not a leak. This van is actually a bit damaged, as you can see on the roof, but it's completely taped over with this incredible tape stuff. Yeah, which stops any kind of leakage or anything like that coming in. So yeah, I'll crack on and then you'll hopefully see everything looking a lot tidier on the back of these vans. Here we go, nice angle, let's get going. Luckily some of these are actually already folded up, but they've just been a bit messily kept. So we'll just make sure it's all nice and tidy and get everything ready for the next job. So I'm massively into like the van life and all that sort of stuff. I much prefer staying in a van to a house. My van's actually broken, it's up in Surrey, that's where my kids live. I'm obviously down in Cornwall. So I need to get that back. But yeah, I prefer staying in a van. I don't know why, not really into bricks and mortar. I like the fact that you can just wake up pretty much wherever you want each morning. And I'll be staying on this yard a lot more when I do get the van. My boss actually got a camper van just out here as well. He likes it too. So I've actually stayed in this van before. I've slept in it, which was absolutely fine. I actually used the moving mats to like make a massive bed, and then duvet over that, and then a nice warm sleeping bag. It was absolutely fine. I've just realised we still have a plug here for someone's move. It's a bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. So these are ties. Use them to tie things up so they're not sliding around the van while we're moving. So we use a combination of ties and bungees. So these are stretchy. They're not great for really heavy stuff, whereas these are absolutely solid. But it's a bit of a knack to get the tying right on them, keep the tension in it while you're doing it, because you want a quick release. So basically, by the time you come to take it off, it then just comes straight off. So what I'm doing is just tying these up to the side, just making sure they are to hand. But yeah, it's a great job, this. I wouldn't even call it a job, to be honest. When you're doing something that you absolutely love, it's not really work, is it? I mean, essentially you get paid to work out every day because it's very physically demanding, but it's worth it, you know? Keeps you fit, keeps you healthy. Plus you meet new people every single day. So you've got different families that you meet. You get to have, you know, a coffee with different people every day if they offer you one. Not everyone does, which I actually get, because I'm not that keen on offering someone drinks if they come over, because it stresses me out thinking, what's the right amount of milk? What's the right amount of sugar? All of that. So I just stay away from it. I actually need to find a broom to sweep in here as well. So, but yeah, I'd highly recommend anyone to do this job, because as I say, you're exercising every day, you meet new people, get to travel up and down the country lots. It's just an all-round good job. I should probably sweep before folding, but it doesn't matter, it's only one little patch. There's a specific way to fold these as well. This is actually my least favourite part of the job, folding blankets, as you can imagine, but it's a small price to pay for a good job. What I'm going to do is I'll check back in once I've done this. Right, there we go. That is one van done, and we're looking a lot better back here. So I've got all the rugs under here. You've got things like ratchet straps, which again is just like a tyre. All your bungees, nice and organised, and these sucker things which we use as handles to move things like, you know, those sort of big American style fridges, everything like that. So, oh, and I think it's a genius invention. I put tape on zip ties, so we've always got some access to tape in here, and then just a few ties there. So that one is done. So Lily, the next one, much bigger inside. Like I say, you've got the low loader back, and it's much taller in here. Can't actually touch the ceiling. Even the bulkhead is much higher than I am. So this is good for fitting a lot of stuff in. The only problem we have is obviously trying to navigate around the wheel arches, which have on each side. So it's kind of a trade-off. You get the low base, but obviously that means the wheels have to go somewhere, so they're going to eat into your space. So a couple of divan bases here that I'm going to put back in, and then again fold up all the blankets. I mean, it's like a jungle in here at the moment. You've got bungees just hanging from the ceiling. Everything's a bit sort of everywhere. Now we always get the vans ready at the end of like a shift or whatever, when we've been doing a big move and stuff. We'll get back to the yard, make sure it's all tidy and ready for the next day, essentially. So there's none of that you have to do in the morning. But yesterday was just an absolute pig of a job. I mean, everyone was broken from it. So we just decided to call it a day by the end of the evening and yeah, crack on. So remember this view, because it's going to look a lot tidier when it's done. Right, so remember what this looks like, okay? So there we go. This one is done as well, looking a lot better, a lot tidier, and ready for the next job. Although saying that, I've realised there's only one of these things. If you remember, they're the handle things to lift heavy stuff. But we're looking nice and neat. Ties, bungees, all the rugs. And the trolley on this one, we do have another one, but it's got a flat tyre. And then just the ladders and stuff, because as I said, this one's a lot taller than the other ones. So now, that's looking good. And now to do the final one, which is Ivan in there. So a little bit grimy, but just a quick sweep, fold up the rugs, And in that bag there is a mattress, again from a clearance. So we use bags to move mattresses and stuff, just to, one, make sure they don't get dirty, but also a lot of mattresses don't have handles. And they can be pretty damn heavy. So yeah, I'm gonna get on this van and then we're done. Job is a good one. So we're all done. Van's parked all nice and close. So we've got room in case this trailer needs to go. Bit of precision parking. Although it's cheating with that one, because like I say, it's got the camera, so you don't really need to see behind. I mean, you need to see behind, but you know what I mean. So now I'm just going to lock the yard up and believe we are done. And I'll probably leave the video there. I was sort of using the opportunity, just having a day where it wasn't too busy, to essentially do a bit of practice, because I haven't made videos for ages. And I really want to get back into it. Hence why you've got this clip. Just make sure I lock it all up. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Sorry if the camera's a bit dirty as well. Yeah, thank you for watching. I want to do more videos like this to try and sort of get the channel out there. So if you want to see more removal sort of industry things, then yeah, consider subscribing. And yeah, as and when they come out, check out the other videos. This is obviously the only one, so there's not much of a catalogue right now. Yeah, I'll see you on the next video.